Hello everybody and welcome to this afternoon's stream. For your entertainment, we once again have RuneScape, and joining me shortly will be Shiv. He's currently eating. I think he did the opposite of me, where I realised what time it was after a bit of RuneScape and was like, you know what? I'm just going to go have an early lunch. And then Shiv's done the opposite. So I'm here, don't worry, no need to panic. But yeah, it's more RuneScape. I know a lot of people have, well, I'm talking out my arse a little bit. Barely anybody said anything about me streaming RuneScape. But what I was going to say was, I know that I've said that we weren't going to look at playing RuneScape too much, but I actually kind of enjoy what's been happening in RuneScape, and I'll talk to Shiv about that when he gets here. But the stream's also done a similar thing, where it's just become like a not regimented, it's maybe the wrong thing to say, it sounds a bit, I don't know, weird, but there's a really good schedule I've got now, where it's like, we do Wednesday evening streams, and we hang out with the usual crew, that we've now called Big Jam, because we've realised that's an acronym we can use. And then Thursdays afternoons has suddenly become like RuneScape, where it's me and Shiv and whoever else, just having a chat for 4 hours, and I don't know, I really enjoy that kind of system. I like these, like, more chill streams, and granted, yesterday's was a bit different, 5th year anniversary, it was like, Monopoly, it was all very hype, I was the train baron, but, like, usually it's Sky Factory, and it's just very chill, there's not too much you have to panic about, it's just like, I don't know, it's strange to say, I enjoyed the midweek break, even though Tuesdays is, like, a break in my schedule anyway. But I suppose I've been doing, like, a lot more work than usual this week, because I've been doing, like, quite a bit of editing as well. Haven't done any today, and I did feel a bit bad after about an hour. I was like, I haven't done any editing at all today, but I'll probably end up doing, like, loads more tomorrow, because, like, Friday afternoons or Friday evenings, I'm kind of like, I'll have off, I'll do, like, my own thing. But I've kind of just, like, started using them to work on other things, or RuneScape mostly. So yeah, I'm hoping to get everything at least in somewhat finished tomorrow, and then Saturday's obviously a complete day from streaming. So yeah, there's still quite a bit to do. If I was to quantify the projects, I'm probably about 40% of the way there on content, and about 20% of the way there on editing. I still haven't done any, like, backing music for anything where there's just talking. I still haven't done I started to do what I always did with, like, crossfades and fade in, fade outs, where I thought, I'll do it over a second, but then 2 seconds of, like, fading into fading out looks a bit bad. But then some things have been, like, kept at 15, or, like, 0.15, some have been kept at, like, 1 second, some are at 10 milliseconds, or whatever it's measured in. I think it's 10 frames, and it's a 30 frame second video. So yeah, it's kind of, it's hard to quantify how much I've got done, but I think overall it's about 40% done. So it's getting there. But no, I'm enjoying it. I was talking to Becky about this yesterday. It's quite weird, like, going through some of the old stuff, because I'm hearing voices that I haven't heard in I don't know how long. I don't want to, yeah, again, I don't want to start bringing up names or anything like that, but I don't know. I just started listening through, and I was like, I used to talk to these people almost every day, and now I haven't spoken to them in maybe 2 or 3 years, and it's kind of, yeah, I tweeted about it, I'm not going to go over, I'm not going to repeat my tweets verbatim, but I don't know. It's one of those where you start to think about it a little bit, and it's like, wait, do we not talk because of something I did? Is it something somebody else said? Do they not like me anymore for some reason? Probably, but that's not the point. It's stuff like that, but, it's supposed to be a happy project. I shouldn't really be thinking about the sad potential side effects of it, really, but, oh well. Here we are. So yeah, what are we doing on RuneScape today? Usually, we do archaeology, and I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to make sure we don't do archaeology today. I'm going to do yak track stuff, which is like, I think, as far as I understand, it's RuneScape's version of a battle pass, where it just gives you tasks you can do. To unlock different stages. I'll show you in a second. There's, like, a paid side of it as well. The nice thing about the paid side, you get rewards at every level for free and then, like, paid players. The nice thing about the paid stuff is you can complete the Yak Tracks free stuff and then, like, pay and then get all the other stuff unlocked in one go, which is kind of what I'm doing, but I'm not sure when it ends. I get the feeling it might be end of this month. I did look into buying some stuff for it, just to get some autocomplete stuff done. And it was like, yeah, there's only 15 days duration on this. And I'm like, so does that mean there's only 15 days for it refreshes? In which case, do I need to hurry up and get it done? I'm not sure. So, yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of that today. And we'll see what we get on. Plus, it should give you a bit of a variety of, like, RuneScape content as well. We're not just all looking at the same stuff constantly. Because at the moment, I love archaeology. It's a very good, like, time waster. Like, I have it here and I watch TV over here or YouTube or whatever. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I could be doing things that are way more interesting as far as the stream's concerned. So, yeah, we'll see how we get on. Also, I'm going to go ahead and, oh, crack a cold one. Splashed all over the goddamn screen. Gross. So anyway, there's me talking for 5 minutes straight. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Hope you all enjoyed yesterday's stream as well. We've been talking a bit and potentially going to be looking at getting into some more stuff like that. Some potential changes coming to the Wednesday streams. We'll see how we get on. We're in a bit of a planning process at the moment. Can't tell if I just heard Shiv or not come back.
Don't know, did you?
Oh, God. You paused long enough for me to think you weren't there. That was horrible. That was the perfect amount to just, like, really screw me. Well, Shiv, I've just spent the last 5 minutes talking, so before you jump back in the Discord, you're going to have to listen back to that, and then you can talk to me about what I just said.
I've been listening.
Oh. Well, we're in that bit.
I hear everything.
How are you, my dude?
I think I gave myself wicked indigestion.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was hammering it down. I was like, oh, I can't believe we're going to be late.
Dude.
Such an idiot.
You shouldn't rush. Enjoy your lunch. I'm going to post my lunch in the Discord. Okay. I had, so the pasta bake we did back on, like, Tuesday, I think it was.
The tuna one?
Yeah, tuna
that looked like it slapped.
Dude, it was really good. I had it reheated yesterday as well for lunch. Really, really good. So, Chelsea ended up leaving, like, a lot of tuna and sweet corn because it didn't really mix as well as it should have. Which is my fault. I should have used a bigger tub or less pasta or something. But yeah, so there was like a load of tuna and sweet corn left in the bottom of a bowl, as well as like the cheese sauce that I made. So I just like chucked that into a little pot and then put that on a sandwich today and toasted it. Oh, so good.
Can you? Well, I mean, obviously you have. Like, I didn't realize you could reheat tuna.
I've never had an issue reheating tuna bake.
All right. No, I'm not saying there is. It's just I always assumed because it's fish, like, you're not supposed to reheat it.
You're not supposed to reheat rice either, but I always do that from the Chinese.
Touche.
There's only... I'm trying to think if there's ever been a situation where it's been one of those, like, you should never reheat these, and I've never done it. Gravy, maybe?
Chicken.
I think
I've never reheated chicken.
I think I've cooked chicken and then let it cool down... Because I've, like, made a lot of something, and then... Yeah, and chow mein and stuff all the time, actually, thinking about it. I think the only thing is actual gravy, but, like, I use a bit of gravy in stew, and I reheat that as well, so... Yeah, maybe I'm getting away with murder quite a lot of the time.
Yeah, you're very lucky, man. You don't fuck with chicken, man. It will end you.
I've never had an issue reheating chicken. I've always just been told as long as you make sure it's bloody nuked.
Oh, yeah, you gotta, like, yeah. Basically, you have to sacrifice it to make it edible. I don't think I've
ever had an issue.
Was it my brother or my sister? I think it was my brother did. We all had Chinese 8 years ago. And then my brother reheated it when he got back from school and ate it. And, like, I'll save you the details, but, like, let's just say he was really not very well for probably 3-4 days.
So now I'm thinking about it. I've had to tell Chelsea off a few times because, like, she'll, like, put it in for 3 minutes, go, it's warm, and then call it a day.
No.
And I tell her, no. I touch it and go, that is lukewarm at best. Make sure you cannot touch that. Because otherwise you are screwed. You need to nuke it to make sure that you're getting as much potential bacteria buildup destroyed as possible.
I mean, I know shellfish is a massive no-no, but I don't eat shellfish, so I don't worry about it.
Other than tuna, I don't think I've ever reheated fish. If I reheat chicken pie... Hijack, by the way. If I reheat chicken pie, I reheat it in the oven for an hour on 100 degrees. Only 100? See, my logic with, like, reheating... I've done chicken pie reheats before if you've done, like, a big one and you've only eaten half. If I'm doing that, I usually put it in the oven for at least 15, 20 on the proper heat.
Mm.
But 100... I don't know why, but... Obviously, it works. 100 degrees for an hour probably works. It probably gets it to the right temperature, but I don't know. That feels just too low for me.
I have a weird thing rattle around in my head that 150 degrees is what you need to kill bacteria, but it might be a completely made-up figure.
I was gonna say, I'm sure, like, most doesn't exist or, like, can stand over 60, I think, but... I guess it's, like, relatively low, actually, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'm also going by the logic of, like, what temperature you wash things at to get rid of bacteria. It's like laundry's like the whole reason it used to be 40 degrees was because that was what you needed to kill bacteria, but they said, you know, many years later 30 degrees was fine as long as you're using like whatever fucking I was about to say deodorant. It's not detergent, that's it. That used to be the logic of the only way to clean your clothes and get rid of all the bacteria was like doing it at 40, but then they managed to lower it to 30, which reduced the cost of energy because of soaps and stuff like that. That's why that's in my head. It's probably like much higher on food bacteria, I'm not sure.
Right, okay, no, so it's a lot lower than I thought it was. I'm being an idiot. So, basically, you need to get meat to 70 degrees.
That's one far off.
For at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense. If Jack's doing it the way he just said, then yeah, that's bang on.
Yeah, there's another one as well, which it gets a bit confusing.
I just wouldn't want to wait
like,
an hour for food.
Other time temperature combinations are, and it doesn't specify, but I assume this is, you take it from cold to this.
Yeah.
It's 60 degrees for 45 minutes, 65 for 10, 70 for 2 minutes, and then it gets weird. 75 for 30 seconds, or 80 degrees for 6 seconds. And that's from the Food Standards Agency website, the government one.
I suppose, like, that's, yeah, they need to do stuff like
but
that.
I assume it's you take it from cold up to 80, hold it at 80 for 6 seconds,
or
then you...
Is that the logic for, like, restaurants and stuff, where they maybe hold it at a certain temperature because of batch cooks, and then before they serve it, they have to hit certain milestones?
Maybe.
That might be the logic. If it's Food Standards Agency, that's probably the logic.
So yeah, the time and no, I'm reading the wrong bit. Above 80 degrees centigrade, the bacteria start to die. Below 8 degrees centigrade, growth is stopped or significantly slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
The danger zone is between 8 degrees and 60 degrees.
Yeah, which is why I always tell Chels to make sure you cannot touch.
Yeah.
Whatever's liquids in there has got to be boiling.
Yeah. If there's not bubbling going on, you ain't doing it right.
Exactly. It's why whenever I do reheat curries, it's like, that's got to be looking like it's just melted from something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack. Listen, dude, I'm very proud of you. And
yeah, to be fair, man, that looks like it slaps your food.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the food yet. Let me have a gander. Oh, Jack, did I tell you I edited your part of the thing you sent me, by the way? I think I did. Well, those look nice, actually. Chips look good.
Is it gammon?
That is gammon.
Nice.
Oh, I fancy gammon again now. I did it last week and I disappointed myself.
I'm not so sure about the pineapple, but the gammon slaps.
You did, okay.
I have nothing against pineapple, I just don't like it with gammon.
I've always said that you can tell if the place is good for food if they do let you do gammon and egg and pineapple on gammon.
Egg is the way forward.
Most places will make you choose. If you get the option of both, it's a good place. It upsets me that they're always like, you can have this or this, and I'm like, but why not both? We cannot afford it. We'd lose 10 pence.
Jester's Guide to Restaurants.
I mean,
if they give you both, it's an A.
I've not been wrong so far. The two places that come to mind are, and I might be giving away my location a little bit here, is they're not in Plough in Stafford. They let you have egg and pineapple on the gammon, and their food absolutely slaps. One of the best carveries I've ever been to. And then the Half Moon Inn near Telford, they let you have both, and again, fantastic food. You know why? Why don't places just go pineapple or egg, 50p extra for both? I have seen that, but again, if they're not offering you both for the same price, realistically, how much are they really losing? How much is a tin of pineapple rings?
I would say because you've got to bear in mind as well, like they will be buying from a supplier, which will be cheaper than you can buy in a shop.
Oh, easily.
They'll also be buying in bulk, which will make it even cheaper.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could pick up a like a tin of what I think there's like 5 pineapple rings in it, and like the juice
Oh, the
from
really
like a
small
co-op
ones.
for like £1.50.
Yeah. I used to get the so I used to do a sweet potato and pineapple korma for my stepmom because she wasn't a meat eater. So when I did curries, I always did them like meat free. And I think I used to spend like less than £1.50 on like a big tin of the pineapple rings,
Yeah.
and then just like run the knife on the inside to cut them into chunks, and then just like slide them in, and then have the juice as part of the curry as well. Really good.
So like the pineapple was like the meat substitute.
Technically the sweet potato, the pineapple was kind of
Oh
like
yeah,
on the
sorry.
side. But no, it worked really well together. One of my favorite curries.
Huh. I never thought of having like a sweet korma.
Yeah, it's really easy to do as well. But I like sweet food. That's the thing.
I need to make more Indian food. I was tempted to get an Indian last night. I was like looking at all the places that are open. I was like, oh yeah, oh chicken tikka masala. I love that stuff. £8. What? And then you still need to buy the rice and the naan, and like it turned out for one person it was going to be like £20.
Every time somebody tells me anything about like where they live and how much food costs, it always amazes me because like food is not that expensive for me around here. Like,
It's hella expensive here.
Chelsea and I can spend easily around £20-25 for the both of us, and that's like at least 2 meals as well. Like, we'll have that meal then, and then we'll have like leftovers next day.
To be fair, it's Indian is the only one that's really expensive around here. Like Chinese is not cheap, but it's not expensive. Like kebabs and pizzas and stuff are cheap as hell, but Indian it's. I mean, I understand why, because like you need a lot of I suppose yeah, exotic spices
Yeah.
to make a lot of the dishes. So I get that they're going to be more expensive, but like for one, I mean, I am a big man. Like I eat a lot, but like one dish would do me. But like I'd eat the whole dish, and like I don't want one of those. You know, your takeaway containers. You get the 2 sizes, like the small rectangle and then the big one.
Yeah.
The small one, if that's what the tikka comes in, that is not going to satisfy me. Not even close, son.
Right, chat, I was just explaining the Zodiac track thing. So you start off at 1, as surprise, and then you go through and you do each different task. And I was about to say, I don't know if it'll tell you, but... So basically, this one was like, talk to the yak, and it'll give you these cosmetic overrides. And then you work your way up, and you got different tasks. So you can do one or the other, basically, as you work your way up. And they are getting more and more annoying as I go up, I'm noticing. Like,
Yeah, they're gonna.
yeah. So the one I've got to do next is...
Damn, you're a hell of a lot further than I am.
Am I?
Yeah.
To be fair, I did do a couple of task skips as well. I've got like...
Tut.
I bought enough for 10. RuneScape bonds. I know I shouldn't be spending money on it, but...
You bought 10 RuneScape bonds?
No, I brought 10 task tokens.
Oh, right.
You get 10 for 2, I think. So I bought a total of 6 RuneScape bonds, I think it is. Yeah. I've been spending a bit too much money on this game.
Aren't they like a fucking tenner each or something? I've never bought...
No, it's 3 for 12, I think.
Oh, that's not too bad then, actually.
No. I'm going by the logic of the money I'm putting into this is like saving me time. It's...
Yeah,
I'll be honest, of all the, like... I don't want to like try and sell RuneScape to anybody, but of all the companies that do microtransactions and shit, like this is probably like the least worst that I've seen in a long time.
yeah. I've come to a weird... Like, I've literally done a 180 on microtransactions since playing Warzone, I think.
Yeah.
I used to be like, oh my god, you got to pay for this. It's completely, like, stupid. Like, I've bought the game, and now you want me to spend more money. What is this? But now it's like with Warzone especially, like, it's a free game.
Yeah.
I have zero bad feeling about giving them, was it like £8 for the battle pass?
Yep.
Because it's a free game. I have easily got enough enjoyment to justify £8 out of that game, 100%. And it's kind of made me realize that microtransactions, like, don't get me wrong, if it's like pay to win,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, I kind of understand that's messed up, and like, there is like, especially with loot boxes, like that I will never be happy with. That is straight up gambling, and it's messed up.
They do them interestingly in this game because they do the whole like treasure trail thing. But
yeah,
to be fair, most of the time I'm literally paying for keys to just get bonus experience, which is like that doesn't bother me at all. If it was giving me like extra things to like do more damage to people or stuff like that, I think I'd be a bit more upset about that That's paid to win versus like trying to save yourself time, basically.
But then there's the other thing of like, I don't. It's probably a. I don't know the word. It's not morally bankrupt.
I might skip this one.
Like, it's my own way of thinking, which is probably wrong. But like, I don't view RuneScape as a game you can win. So I don't see anything you do as pay to win.
No, I get that.
I get if you do PvP and stuff, like you can get experience boosts and stuff like that from the chests. But I don't do that.
No.
Like, it doesn't affect me if other people do that, so I don't view it as a pay-to-win mechanism. Like, I may be wrong on that, but that's just how I view it, so I don't mind it.
I am trying to figure out the best way to do this, because if this is going to be a pain in the ass, I'm going to have to figure out a way to... I might just skip this one.
Why? What is it?
Well, I've got either bury 1,500 bones.
Woo!
Yeah. Or, fletching, do 2,250 willow shortbows or above.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of... No, thank you.
On the other side, though, if you think about, like, the fletching, or to be fair, the bones as well, you're getting multitudes of experience. Because with the fletching, for instance, you're getting woodcut.
Yep.
You get fletching. You'll also get crafting for making the bowstrings unless you buy them.
Yep.
So you're getting 3 sets of experience and whatever you get as the reward for doing it.
Just trying to see what they suggest on leveling it. Yeah, there's no easy way to farm that, whereas I know there's an easy way to farm the willow trees.
Oh, yeah, you just need to go to Sears Village.
Draenor does it as well.
Yeah, but you got a bank right next to the willows in Sears Village.
You're also doing Draenor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's what I was doing earlier. Man, I've developed a cough today. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, I have as well.
Sorry, Jack, by the way. I feel like I've been ignoring you. You know where I go, they do gammon egg and for some reason grilled tomato.
Grilled tomato slaps, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
Don't like fresh tomatoes.
What?
I'm incredibly weird. I like tin tomatoes, and I like tomato soup. I like tomato sauce. I like tomato-based pasta dishes. I don't like fresh tomatoes.
What's wrong with you?
I know, there's a lot wrong with me. My sister's the complete opposite, where she will devour cherry tomatoes. Like, you can't leave her anywhere near them, because she will just consume them.
I mean, I can and have on multiple occasions been known to eat, like, you know what beef tomato is? It's like a big boy tomato,
yeah,
like huge ones.
I think I know what
I've
it
eaten
is.
them like apples quite a lot. Like, I fucking love tomato.
Fucking wrong one. Why is there people in this world? Where are you at the moment? Or what world?
I'm in is it the Everglades or whatever it's called? The archaeology place?
Oh, okay. Everlook.
Yep.
Sorry, I was trying to see what world you're on just so I can get away from these nerds.
I mean, this is full of nerds as well.
But are they all being nerds over there?
This is true.
I got really pissed off yesterday because, like, I was just farming these willow trees for about 15-20 minutes, and suddenly 3 more people turned up, and I was like, what the fuck are all these people doing here? Get out.
Yeah, I was here first.
I hate saying it, but, like, I was there first. Leave me alone. Yo, can we talk about my combat level being level 69? Nice.
Nice. No, I do remember that when I was, like, lower levels and everything. Like, you'd be sitting there skilling something, and then somebody would come along and just, like, because they're, like, 20, 30 levels higher than you. Like, for instance, the trees, you get, like, I don't know, 5 out of it. They'd get 4 and you'd get 1. And, like, you've been there for ages trying to grind it, and they just walk in and just rinse all the resources.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you doing? I'm trying to level up. Go away.
So, I'm just looking at where you are. You've got 1,100 players on a Danish server.
I'm on a Danish server, am I?
Yeah, why are you on a Danish server?
I mean, I like... is
good.
it crepes and cigars?
Sure, why not?
I can't remember the quote.
Where's the, like, low-level UK one? I usually go to the... If I'm, like, trying to avoid people, there's, like, a quick chat-only world in the UK. I always go to that one. Leave me the fuck alone, people.
I don't even check what worlds I'm on.
371... Yeah, I'll go with that one then. See how we get on.
What? Oh, man, it's toasty.
My order where I go is gammon, chips, peas and pineapple, no tomato or egg, 2 slices of white bread. The bread is phenomenal. It's 99p per slice, but it's effing amazing. And water. It's free. It's free real estate. It sounds like a good deal. I like that. It sounds like a very good banger. What do I think of supermarket cafes? I've
Never
really...
been to one.
I've been to a couple, but like, they're fine for the most part. I know, last time I went to one was Asda. They had a breakfast menu when I was there, and I thought I'd treat myself because I'm allowed to. And I
You're
realized,
an adult, you can do what you want.
yeah, they had hash browns on their breakfast, and I was like, I might just go, just test to see if the hash browns in the cafe are better than the ones on the rotisserie that go with the pigs and blanket wraps. Turns out they do. They're much better. So I haven't been since though. So there's my story.
I would have thought that'd been the same thing.
Yeah, I did wonder, but I think a lot of the cafes are like, not
Actually the supermarket's chain.
Yeah, it's like somebody else franchised the cafe kind of thing, and it's like a different chain. I'm not 100% if that's how that works, but when I was a kid, we always went to the Morrison's cafe. Yeah, we had a Morrison's one we went to quite a lot when I was a kid, but I don't really remember it that well. But I remember it being like quite cheap. My mum used to like going there. But that's all I remember. God, this one's going to take me forever. I did one that was construction as well. It was 600 items in construction. And I was like, for fuck's sake, this is going to be a nightmare. And so I found out one positive was like, you can turn the protein logs into planks.
Yep.
And they stack. So you can just sit there and just keep crafting, like removing crafting. But that got a bit annoying, so I was like, and I ran out of protein planks. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna have to actually farm this. So I thought, you know what, I'll grab some keys, test my luck. I managed to get a drop which was 1,000 protein planks. I was like, nice. That'll do me.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's why I really like the treasure things. It's just a way to go, listen, you've got more money than time. Crack on with it, buddy.
Yeah.
That's how microtransactions should be.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like pay to win, which, you know, you might argue bonus experience and stuff is. But it's a case of like, it should be there to help you if you haven't got a lot of time. If you can afford to like take shortcuts, then I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing, as long as they're not egregious.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like, I think with a lot of things like this, like like a good way to do it would just be limit the amount you can do per day. I think would alleviate a lot of people's problems with it, because like the main thing I have with loot boxes is like, it's gambling.
Yeah, I think about
and it's gambling for kids.
I think about what I used to do Overwatch, and like I wish I could reclaim that money, because holy fuck.
Yeah, like if they could limit it to like, I don't know, I don't know what a good figure is. I have never looked at the amounts. I don't know about gambling, but like I don't know, 50 quid a month. Like limit it to that, so you can never do more than 50 quid a month.
I'd like that.
Yeah, that would be, I think I'd alleviate a lot of people's issues with it. And then it still lets the companies get all these microtransaction money.
Thing is, you're relying on companies to do that, because I know the bank account that I use, they can do that with gambling, where they won't let you access gambling accounts after a certain amount.
Is that Monzo?
It is.
Yeah, I set that up on. I don't do gambling, but I set it up anyway.
Yeah, I may have had to do it if I was like watching F1 again, but like F1's not been on this year, so. But yeah, the microtransaction's quite hard, because like it's fine saying no more than 50 quid on gaming websites, but like that could encompass so much stuff. Like if they see World of Warcraft, no that's a game, but you've brought a t-shirt, if you've brought a couple of t-shirts and suddenly you can't afford any subscription for the month because you got that limit on, it's like, well. So you rely on the game companies themselves to kind of police themselves, and until they're told they have to, they're not going to.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like, it's in the ideal world, like it would be government mandated, so like they'd have to do it.
That's the thing. They don't want the government getting involved in video games. That's what the ESA is set up for. It's to avoid having government intervention.
But I mean, at the same time, like Australia have got it.
Yeah.
And, like, as far as I know, there's no backlash or anything from it, as far as I know.
No, they're too angry about the internet. The internet's too slow for them to complain. As soon as that's sorted. You know what I found out? When I was 14, the chicken nuggets on the kids menu are the battered chicken bites in the hot food section, and when I found out I could get 20 of those chicken nuggets and a bottle of chocolate milk and a salad bowl for dinner, and it would come to like 8 quid. Yeah, when I was 14, I gained a lot of weight. Damn it. See, I missed out on faces like that because I played World of Warcraft, which you'd think, yeah, that nerd's gonna be sat down for like 8 hours a day. I never ate. I just drank like orange squash or whatever your regional dialect calls it, and I basically just drank a load of water with a few E numbers in it. So I just never gained weight for years.
That's not the healthiest nerd I've ever heard of.
I know, right? It would get to like 5 o'clock, and my mom would be like, "Yo, it's dinner time." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I haven't eaten."
Hey, me and my mates would be like chocolate bars, like microwavable Rustler burgers.
Nice, yeah.
And like a 2-liter bottle of Coke, like pretty much every day in the summer holidays.
I think the summer holidays was like one of the few times I did eat, and I'd only have like tomato soup and a couple of slices of toast, and that was it. So even then, I was eating somewhat healthy.
Mate, I was spherical back in high school. Like, literally at one point, I was almost spherical.
I think I'm quite lucky on that front, where I am now is like the heaviest I've been, but it's also the oldest I've been. So it's like, I don't think I've ever like had to get to a certain point where I'm like, yo, I should probably start losing weight. Like now I'm kind of like maybe, but I'm not like unhealthy.
I say that's the other thing as well, isn't it? It's like now you're getting older. It's like the whole thing of like once you turn to 30, your body goes to hell.
Yeah.
Like your metabolism just straight up stops.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
In As the Cafe, I find the sausage sandwich in the cafe itself is worse than the rotisserie. But the rotisserie one's really good. Besides those microwave burgers, I can't even look at them. I haven't had one in a long time. Look.
Hey, Chester.
Yeah? Yo, he's cracking a cold one, boys.
Cracking a cold one.
Cracking and cold one. I was going to say. But no, I don't think I've had like too many issues on that front for a while. Shiv, I'm seeing how long this is going to take me, and I really want to do a task skip.
Don't do it.
I've got like 6 though.
Think about the experience.
I'm thinking about the experience, Shiv, and I'm already wanting to shoot myself.
I mean, if you accept the helping hand, I could come and help you. Oh, wait, are you cutting willows?
Yeah.
I have 190 in my bank from I had to cut willow tree.
Yeah.
Would you like them?
I mean, if you've got them spare, I don't mind giving you some money for them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not using them. I just cut them down for the test.
I've also got to you've got to bear in mind, I've got to get to 2,250.
Well, I can come and help you cut them because I need to get my wood cut up anyway.
Okay. I was going to have a look at how much it was in the Grand Exchange, actually, just to speed up a little bit.
I mean, yeah, but you're cutting out on your experience here.
I know, but I've already got like 501 strung in the bank. I've got a lot of willow bows.
But do they count?
No. I'm saying I've already done 500 of these, and I know how long that took, and I've got to do that 5 times.
Yeah, but it's experience.
It is. I know. What am I on woodcutting now? 55. Nearly got that Dragon Axe, boys.
Nice. They're expensive.
Yeah, they are.
I think when I bought mine, it was 20 mil.
Fucking hell.
But that was like when they'd just come out, I think.
Yeah, I think I saw them more around 10 these days. Not
you
that
got
I
a spare
have.
10 to drop?
Say, not that I have 10 mil, but...
I mean, if you're a really good boy...
It's okay. I like to work and earn my keep.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to make you earn it, but...
Okay, it's twitch.tv/Shiv. My diet when I was 14 consisted of no breakfast, no lunch, but then a effing heart attack for dinner. I didn't even start eating Palmos till January 2019. Yo, so you know I started censoring myself a lot more when it comes to swearing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who the worst person I've realised is for swearing?
Me?
No, Murdo.
Really?
I have had to cut so many Fs out of his, like, VODs and his, like, bit that he recorded for me and stuff like that. He swears a lot, dude.
I mean, I've been trying... I don't know if it's been noticeable. I've been trying to make an effort to swear less.
Yeah, I don't really hear it unless I'm, like, editing, basically. I'm like, it's a lot of Fs.
Yeah.
It's
I blame the fact that, like, every adult job, I'll say, like, after being, like, 18,
yeah,
has involved working in, like, man factories.
Man jobs!
Yeah, where I'm on, like, shop floors. It's, oh, yeah, man, went out the other day, innit? Like, I saw these... Yeah, I won't carry on because I swear a lot, but you know what I mean.
I've never had this issue because I've just put my headphones in and ignore people.
Actually, we can't have headphones where we work.
I swear more than murder. Yeah, but Jack, if you write it down as text, 1, the algorithm doesn't spot that. And 2, I can just, like, word my way around that. Like, I editorialize chat quite a lot. But
Yeah.
when it's somebody on commentary, and then the video's going, like, straight over to YouTube, I'm like, I really hope it doesn't get upset about this. Because now monetization's, like, even worse. Where it's like, you have to... It's an honor system, basically. So, you have to kind of, like... You say, okay, yes, monetize my video. And then before you can select anything else, it's like, does your video contain any of this? And it gives you, like, several different lines. And one of them is, like, adult language. One of them is violence, blah, blah, blah. So the adult language one is, like, okay, you don't use any swears except for heck and damn and very light profanity like that. And then the other one is extreme use of... There's 2 options. Extreme use of profanity, the use of the F word or whatever within the first 30 seconds, etc., etc. And I'm like... Really haven't been truthful by saying light profanity here.
It only cares if it's in the first 30 seconds.
That's where I don't know how the algorithm works, but it's the first 30 seconds. If an F or something like that is used, or a C, it picks it up like immediately, and that's your video demonetized. Or limited, sorry, I should say, but that pretty much is demonetized.
Interesting.
So I have to be very wary that I don't introduce anybody by calling them a cunt. I have to be very wary of like how much I use the F word and stuff like that. And then the other one that's quite a fun one is, does this video discuss any of the following topics? There's 2 options again. There's extreme news events where people have died and blah, 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 blah. Or topical topics. It was not the really words. Topical news such as COVID-19. I'm like, we've probably mentioned COVID-19 in this video. I'm going to have to check that one. Luckily, both those options keep your adverts on. But if you go the opposite way, immediately the video's limited on advertisements.
What do you mean the opposite way?
So there's 2 options on both of them. There's like the extreme swearing and the I used heck and damn. If you choose the extreme swearing, no adverts for you.
Yeah.
So basically, it's trying to encourage people to be honest about what their content is. Kind of like ease the algorithm a little bit.
Yeah, but what's the one with like COVID-19 stuff? Like if you lightly talked about it, or if you like...
So if you talk about COVID-19 stuff, topical stuff, and it wasn't like, you know... events that ended up in loss of life and stuff like that, which is weird because COVID-19 is, then you're okay. But if it's like the extreme shit, then it gets demonetized immediately.
So what, like if you go around like slamming government responses to it and stuff, they'll probably do it. But if you're like, oh yes, it's pretty terrible where we are.
Yeah, so basically you've got,
right.
if you're biased, basically, if you're Alex Jones, then you are demonetized. Whereas
I mean, it took them a long time to get rid of him, though.
I think that's a lot of why they've introduced these rules, though.
Yeah.
It's like shitbirds like him, basically. So, I mean, it just adds like an extra 5-10 minutes onto my like VOD clear up at the end of every day or the start of every day, but it's just so inconvenient, dude.
It's just I just don't like. I don't know how to. I don't know the words to know how to. Companies, man, advertising companies.
Yep.
Damn them.
I don't mind it so much. Like if it gets to a point where they say, "Yo, you don't need to go through this anymore because you've been honest about all your videos," then that'd be great. You know, the hard work will feel like it's paid off. But
I don't think that's a thing.
no, it is. It does say. Hang on, let me get it up. In fact, you know, I'm talking out my arse a little bit. Let's have a look. So we've got a video that I haven't put up yet.
I know there's a lot of YouTubers I watch. I've also got a lot of them on Twitter, and quite a lot of them in the past month or so have been like, "Yo, we're getting screwed."
Okay, that's my most recent video. Let's have a look at monetization on there. So, unless it's a new video, I can't. Hang on, let's try turning ads off and then on again. See if that helps. It's right. I started talking about it. I'm like, I should probably give you guys like as much of a clear picture on this as I can. Yeah, I've already done the stuff for that. I'll try and save a video for tomorrow. But yeah, it basically says, it's in more words than this, but it's like, yeah, once we know you're being honest about your content, then you won't need to go through this. Videos will just be automatically monetized. It's very much an honest system, which is fun, because I'm usually pretty good on this. But it'll take one of me just missing at like the start of an F, and it's like, yo, you lied. It's like, what? No, I just missed something. That's not a lie.
Yeah.
So, all good fun. YT's cracking down on ESC videos. CSC. such as rankings. Reviews are fine, but you can't really do a full ranking. No, my ranking videos, I just started doing those. Why would they do this to me?
What is ESC?
I don't know what ESC is like, that's why I'm...
Escape videos?
That's what I didn't understand. Eurovision Song Contest? Oh.
Okay.
Who cares?
I have zero input on that one.
Who cares? No, I'm kidding. You know, I'm just winding you up.
It's probably more that a lot of the Eurovision stuff will be copyrighted by respective countries or the Eurovision, like, contest company themselves.
Also what I'd assume.
And it's probably just YouTube being like, we're not going to bother with worrying about it, just, you can't do it.
Yeah, I'd expect that's the kind of reasoning behind it. Well, if we're going to be earning experience, let's make sure we're earning as much as possible. It's annoying, I tried using protein to see if that was going to help towards anything as well, but turns out nah. Kind of fletch protein on the Fletcher, which would like earn me shit tons of experience. Also, can we talk about how RuneScape is doing a double bonus experience weekend on the weekend that I've got a project coming up?
Whoa!
I'm very annoyed by that. Every time, oh my god, speaking of things that happen at inopportune times, I bought everybody a copy of Monopoly Plus yesterday for the stream.
Oh,
I'm a good friend, I'm a great person. All-round good egg. Philanthropist. Some people call me amazing. I don't personally, but you know, bought it for my friends. Want to play a video game with them. Bought it for them. Yesterday, Ubisoft started a Monopoly Plus free week. And I don't think I've ever wanted to shoot my screen more in my life.
Oh yeah, that takes the piss a bit.
I'm continuously being screwed by video games. Also, again, just being screwed over by inopportune events. I bought Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami while it was on sale on Humble Bundle. Or Humble website. They're both on fucking Game Pass!
Yeah.
Ah, I'm just so mad about everything today. I've got so many things to complain about. Start yelling at Twitter next. I had my Melfest video get taken down in about 3 minutes. Jack, you've got to explain what these are, mate. You know I don't know Eurovision.
I mean, I have 2 videos on YouTube from when I was streaming that were basically just cuts of me playing Outlast and like losing my mind playing it. And I'm pretty sure both of them, I mean, I don't even think they might be a minute long each. And I'm pretty sure like 90% of the words said in that video are extreme swears.
That's limited ads, so mate, sorry.
I mean, I don't think you can even get ads, can you, till you're like X subscribers or something?
I'll be honest, it's part of the reason why I did the channel switch. Because there was no way I was going to get monetized on Just Entertainment for a very long time. Whereas, for some reason, even though no videos have been uploaded and stuff like that in years, the old Insanity Gaming UK one is still monetized. I think I told that story about like the money that I found on that account.
Yeah, well, it's like I've got, I went through 7, maybe 8 months ago, my YouTube, like looking through all the subs I had, and I was like, I don't even remember ever subscribing to this channel.
I've got a couple of those as well. I think because Dean and I used the same account for a while, he ended up subbing to a few different things. So I was like, yeah, these people aren't getting my views. Psy Syndicate was one of them, and I'm like, yeah, no, he can.
What was?
Psy Syndicate. One of the people that got caught in that CSGO gambling scam.
Oh! Tom something.
Tom, go suck a dick, yeah.
Yeah, I loved that man for like probably a year. Like I watched all his daily vlogs, all his videos, and like he's so amazing. And then yeah, that came out with the was it CS:GO gambling or something?
CS:GO skin gambling.
Yeah, and I was like,
what a twat.
Okay, well,
yeah,
interesting.
I very quickly made sure the channel wasn't sub to that. Melfest is the Swedish International Eurovision selection, so the contest they have to decide their ESC song. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, no, he was one of those people, so I was like, yeah, this channel's not being affiliated in any way with that.
Unfortunately, I don't think it even hurt him in the slightest.
It did a dip for like a month, and then his numbers went back up again.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch like quite a lot of H3, and when Total Biscuit was doing videos on that kind of thing, I used to watch that, and you could see like them checking in on those and seeing what the numbers were like. It's very Schadenfreude-esque, but...
Do you know what the, because I've, like, been reading Reddit recently.
Yeah.
And there was a thing about how everyone's really pissed at H3H3, but none of them explained why, and I can't figure it out. Do you know what that whole drama is?
Last time I heard anything about people being upset of H3 was something to do with him defending iDubbbz.
What's wrong with iDubbbz?
His girlfriend started an OnlyFans.
Okay.
And apparently you should be upset with that, or you're a simp, or some shit like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really understand it completely.
I mean...
But last time I heard anything, it was to do with that. But I did see a comment on something, because at the moment they're doing a daily giveaway, where they give away $500 to 3 different people. It's called... It's an acronym. It's called HELP, where they're trying to help, like, 150 people during this, like, pandemic.
Or is this OnlyFans?
No. What H3's doing is on Twitter, so you reply to his tweet with your PayPal link, basically. That's all you do.
Okay.
And you get randomly selected, basically.
Right.
And by all accounts, everybody who's been selected has received the money within 24 hours. So, as far as I know, that's all going through and absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the latest upset is, because there's always somebody upset about H3.
That's interesting.
I've never had any issues with him personally. I've always watched it. I've not watched his content loads, but I certainly keep up with some of it. He does do some interesting videos. He's like Leafy, but like way less edgy. But,
yeah, I mean, there were a couple of videos that I've never been offended by. Just some of them are like, I'm bored. Like,
I can understand.
I'm going to skip this now. But like, a lot of them are like, oh wow, that's pretty cool actually. I like this channel.
The Humongous video is iconic.
That rings a bell. Why does that ring a bell?
It's the one where a woman was claiming she was sexually assaulted because the guy said his name was Humongous.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that the reason he was there was because it was something to do with his daughter had been like speaking there, and he was like there to support her, and it was something to do with like not feminist rights, but something like that. It was like basically he was there in support of her. He made that stupid joke, and this woman claimed that he's being sexually assaulted. It was ridiculous. Yeah. It was so dumb. But the video surrounding that H3 did was like really funny.
Yeah, because didn't he actually? I don't think he found her, did he? But didn't he dress up or something as well?
H3 found the guy who called himself Humongous and did a phone interview with him. And there was something to do with her after as well, but I cannot remember what it was. Well, yeah, there's been some dumb shit on the internet. Well, I remember quoting Humongous for about a year. I probably did it on stream, and I don't even remember. It was around 2016, 17, so... But yeah, I think that's how YouTubers talk for the day. I'll be honest, yep. I don't even like watch anybody on YouTube anymore. I watch one YouTuber do like a Dark Souls 3 stream video a day, and that's about it. It's weird because like, I watch his content quite a lot, but the last game that he played, and I've got quite mildly annoyed by this, was Control, which is a game I'm planning on playing on stream at some point. So I couldn't watch that because obviously it would spoil it. He did a Dark Souls randomizer, which I didn't feel too bad about watching because with it being randomized, I'm not really going to pick up too many hints and tips. Glowy boy, it's you. But yeah, it was. It's pretty much all I watch these days. And then if I'm watching anything else, it's Disney Plus, and it's usually The Simpsons. Although, started watching the new series of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Very funny. Nine-Nine! Nine-Nine! I'm watching the most recent episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. For some reason, one of the main insults they use now is soy boy beta cuck, and I can't help but laugh every time they do it. Right, you're one of those soy boy beta cucks. Oh, God, it gives me a giggle every time.
Something I've just finished recently. Really good. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it, but you probably have. Parks and Rec.
Yes! Parks and Rec is fantastic.
I finished that about a week ago. It's so good.
It's easily top 5 of my comedies.
Yeah, it's I love it, man.
Treat yourself. Oh, treat yourself. So good. The fact they call Jerry a different name every season. It's great. It's such a good show. I do need to get a chance to watch that at some point. I think once we finish Always Sunny, I think that'll be like our new dinner time show.
Yeah.
Because we literally watch like an episode of Always Sunny with dinner, and then go back to doing whatever the fuck we were doing. Sorry,
Noise.
So, but just because our timings work out, really. But yeah, I think we'll have to get back to Parks and Rec. 'Cause I think we did start watching it, and she did enjoy it, but for some reason we just never carried on watching it.
I have that with so many things. Oh, it's really good. It's really good. What happened to that show I was watching like 9 months ago?
Yeah. I did that with both Arrow, Flash, and Supernatural all at the same time.
Nice.
Because I was being a terrible child and torrenting them as they came out on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So I'd watch them on a Thursday or Friday night. And I was keeping up with them. I think I was like season 5 on Arrow, season 2 on Flash, and then season 8 or 9 on Supernatural. And then I don't know what changed. I just never watched them again.
Yeah.
And it took until this year to start watching Supernatural again. I haven't gone back to Arrow, and I haven't gone back to Flash yet. Apparently they kind of trail off a little bit, but then again, every time someone said a show gets worse, I've been watching it and going, this is fine. This is just comfort food.
Yeah, you got Van Helsing. You still need to watch.
Yes, that's...
Finished that last week as well.
That's on
good.
the list. God, there's something else on Prime that I saw the other day as well. Oh! Something I wanted to start, wasn't it? It was, Good Omens? Yeah, Good Omens.
Oh, that's the Amazon Prime one, isn't
Yeah.
it? No, wait.
Yeah, it's Prime.
Is that the one with,
Tenant.
Oh, it's not what I was thinking. What am I thinking?
Because there's that, and there's American Gods as well, which I want to start watching. They're both on Prime.
Carnival Row. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
Oh my god, it's amazing. It's Amazon Prime. It's got I can never remember Cara Divine?
Cara
What
Devon.
is her name?
Cara Devon Townsend.
How do you say that?
Oh. By the way, chat, you've not seen Power until you've seen a man punch a tree for wood. This is basically the first hours of Minecraft colorized. Oh, I found a scroll clue.
Cara Delevingne.
Do you say so?
She's been in loads of stuff, and she's very beautiful.
Hey, Chev.
Yo,
You look powerful.
I am powerful.
I can tell you, big godsword. I remember binge watching The Umbrella Academy when I was at yours. Oh, were you watching that when
That
you were in the
was
room?
good.
Ah, okay. Gibbo occupied himself by watching The Umbrella Academy. Gibbo, I feel like I haven't said hello to you today. Hello, how are you? I have heard good things about The Umbrella Academy. Has Gerard Way got something to do with that show?
Pass.
Lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Oh, that dude.
I don't know why, but I feel like I remember reading something about him being affiliated with that in some way. Because he does write comics. He made he made the comics, there we go.
I remember reading he did like an interview or something about how like he I think he's like sorting himself now. He had like serious, hardcore, major like clinical depression for ages, which is why he got like so big.
Yeah, he got.
Obviously, he didn't tell anybody, and he was getting destroyed online for like letting himself go.
Yep.
And it turned out this whole time it's just like because his world was falling apart.
It's a shame that wouldn't change many people's opinions.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, speaking of cool things, I managed to, from the chests earlier, find a lucky chaotic longsword and a kite shield.
I think I've got a lucky sword from a chest as well.
But
I think mine's offhand.
I also have 2 rapiers.
Ooh.
What
Wait,
are you waiting for?
Oh, right, no, you just got it set up. Right. I thought your bank was just Oh, no, it is.
What?
Oh, it is.
Wait, what? What?
It's just like a mishmash of random stuff.
It's not. It's organised.
But that top tab isn't.
Oh, I got lucky chaotic rapier and lucky offhand chaotic rapier, so I can dual wield.
You can't. You don't have the attack for him yet.
Not yet, but I'm saying I can when the time comes. No, all that up there is kind of like shit I'm not even working with at the moment. but it is kind of like grouped together as I kind of need it to be. The rest, as I'm using it, is organized.
Man, it's giving me chills looking at that.
Look at all that, though. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but the top one, so, like, I have one messy tab.
It's random shit.
Which is my Slayer tab.
Slayer!
So everything I've ever got from Slayer is all in one tab, but that's organized as well.
Listen, I'm fine with how this is. Stop worrying about it.
This is setting me on edge, man.
It's okay.
So,
I've got a cat. I've got a cat and a dog in there.
I mean,
cat and a dog is hanging out of my bag.
fair play.
Yep.
I won't tell Peter if you don't.
Who's Peter?
Just some asshole.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter. Don't you know that a balloon tied to a postbox is an international sign for a party over here? Family Guy impressions. What was that, chat? Do the Consuelo impression? Oh, if you want me to. No, Mr. Shiv, no. There you go.
I am, because I'm a responsible adult.
No.
I'm staying at home during these times.
Mr. Shiv not here.
But I am!
No. Mr. Shiv, we need more lemon pledge.
I actually do, to be fair.
Oh, no. That reminds me, I forgot to write some shit on the list. Oh, I'm going to go outside this weekend again.
Why would you?
I know. The freezer's looking a bit empty. We've got no butter. Well, not much butter left. I probably want to do stew or something again this weekend. It's an evil, but like it's got to be done. On the plus side, I have been all but told I'm definitely off until the end of June at this stage.
Nice.
So more avoiding of people, which is always good. Yeah, I think I told that story on stream chat, but I'll tell it again just in case. I called up my dad on Tuesday and said, I haven't heard anything from the boss. And it's a small company, so we kind of just like wander over to the office. Am I supposed to be coming in tomorrow? And he went, I've not heard anything, but I'll go check. And I just heard over the phone, he's like, yeah, just tell him, basically assume you're off until June. And if we're absolutely desperate, we'll call you in. But other than that, I wouldn't worry about it. So,
nice.
Yeah, I get to just chill. It's going to be fun. I think Chelsea's getting a bit annoyed about it because she's still having to go in.
Yeah.
But she's back on like normal hours now because they kind of need to offset it to make for her job to make sense. Because of the way it all works, she's probably spends like the first hour or so not really doing a whole lot. So a lot of them are going in about, I think they're going in for 7, and then she's getting in for 8:30. So by that point, she's got like a load of stuff to work on. So.
Oh, right. She's like not first in the line to get the work, so she needs to wait for other people to get stuff done before she can.
Yeah, she's basically the last line, I think.
Right. Okay.
I think it's only like quality check after her. So. Yeah.
Makes sense then.
So she's not getting back till 5 now. So. Dinner's an easy thing to plan.
I got a letter through the post from my work. Just like, apparently everyone's getting them. I send them to my dad because my dad's like high up in his company and he's the kind of person that would have to send them out.
Yeah.
For his company. But it's just basically a letter saying like, yeah, you're on furlough. You're on furlough till either it ends, we tell you otherwise, or we fire you. Like, not in a malicious way, just like, if they do for any reason, that also ends your furlough payment type thing. Yeah,
the only way realistically a furlough payment should have to end is if the company has to shut down completely.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, furlough's there to keep people employed. And
exactly.
It exists anyway outside of the coronavirus concept, but it's actually been funded basically by the government. So realistically, no employee or employer should have any reason to get rid of anyone on furlough. Yeah. So I've been sent that, so I'm assuming that means I'm probably not going back for a while. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's part of the conversation actually that I heard. He said like, yeah, I've got the grant paid for up until the end of June, so unless Liam really wants to come in for any reason, he doesn't need to. I was like, yeah, I think I'll just stay here and stream for 32 hours a week. I'm good, I think. Oh, dear. What? Listen, I could come in for no more pay? No, I'll stay here. Well, if you go in, you'd get the extra 20%, wouldn't you? Nope. Because, well, for one, while you're on furlough, you get paid 80% anyway as part of the scheme and whatever. But our place also is operating a 4-day week anyway. So there's never more than like either 2 or 3 people in the place.
Huh.
So if somebody has a Monday off, someone has a Tuesday, etc., etc. It's not like everyone's off on a Monday kind of thing.
Right.
It's just like ways to increase social distancing, basically.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, I said to my dad when we first were in there, I'm like, we might be essential business, whatever that means at this stage, but we can't maintain the social distancing guidelines. That's the real issue that I had when I first started like pointing out that one of us shouldn't be in work, basically.
Yeah.
It was even worse at the very start of all this kicking off when the lockdown was first like in. It was weird because like there was 3 of us in like what was basically a corridor with like a computer and like the scales to measure stuff and things like that. It just wasn't safe at all. And my dad was trying to maintain like distance by like going into like where the forklift area is and where the shutter door is and stuff like that, and just doing work out there. But then if you needed the computer, the only way you'd be able to maintain social distance is to have everybody else leave that room. And you can't really do that while people are in the middle of trying to measure shit and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it was it just was never going to work. And I think my boss realized that once it got pointed out to him. So it was what he's not, one of those people that like is a super money grubber or anything like that. Like part of the sacrifices that have been made for the company have been like him and his wife have salaries with the job.
Sorry, you cut out there.
Him and his wife both have salaries with the company because she does the accountancy as well, but she's also like one of the directors. Her and her husband. So they're taking 1 salary now rather than 2. I don't know how this works exactly, but one of the previous owners, who is the wife's mom, she had a salary with the company as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like legacy payments or some shit like that. But she's been told that she can't have her salary basically from the job. But she's retired anyway, so... And she's got a pension and everything like that, so she doesn't need the money, you think?
Yeah.
And apparently it was like very much like a, oh yeah, we're trying to save money, do you mind, blah, blah, blah. And she said, yes, it's not a problem. But my boss did say, I'm kind of annoyed they didn't offer that, to be honest. So, yeah, he's kind of like basically cut his outgoings as far as wages are concerned in half, because obviously me being out of the workshop and another guy being out of the office, we're both on furlough pay from money with the government, so he's not having to pay that himself. So hopefully everything will be okay. And my dad has mentioned like every 3 or 4 days it does seem to like all kick off and it's like quite busy, but he has said as well, like in those 3 or 4 days where it's not busy, 2 days are like he's having to look for work basically to give himself something to do. So he's saying Thursdays and Fridays are his worst days, but Thursdays always work because everyone wants their shit before Friday.
Everyone leaves it to the last minute. They're like, oh shit, we need this.
And then we've also got like one company that's every month and another company that's every Friday. A pallet goes out for them, and so that's like a shit ton of like screws and stuff like that, which is always a big job. So yeah, I think Fridays are like both the worst and the best for him because he also gets to leave earlier. Because at the moment we were leaving at 4 o'clock, and I think they still are. But my dad was saying like sometimes they're getting away at like 3:30, 3 o'clock on a Friday because like there's just nothing. Once DPD's been and gone, they just get to go kind of thing. So
there's no point in staying around risking infection, is there?
No, I think while I was there, there's like once lockdown started, I think I was there for another like week and a half, 2 weeks, and we were doing the DPD drops and stuff like that. And then APC come and collect after that. I don't know if you know that company.
I do not.
Okay. Everyone knows DPD, that's why I wasn't worried about explaining that. I think APC is more of a local one for the Midlands. But yeah, they would collect at 4 o'clock. So basically, everything would go on DPD unless they were ordering after 3, which they shouldn't be, but quite a lot of companies do. And then it would go on APC about 4:30. But we just weren't having anything at all to send on APC. Which is 4:30 delivery, so...
I imagine a lot of places, well, I would have thought, a lot of places as well for manufacturing are probably closed or shut down. I mean, I know a lot obviously are essential works and a lot of refitted to do essential works, but I imagine it's still, there must be at least 50% of manufacturing businesses are closed or a massively reduced like output.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably helps reduce the load a bit.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
We did have, like, quite early on as well, a lot of companies saying, yeah, we're still staying open and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, 2 weeks later, I was driving around doing my delivery job, and, like, every 2 or 3 businesses, I was like, I can't even deliver or pick up from here, they're closed. So,
yeah.
The main issue I know we were having to begin with, I don't know if it's kind of, like, sorted itself out a little bit now, but it wasn't so much, like, suppliers that were closing down, but, like, the companies that we used to, like, plate screws and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the platers that were
Yeah,
closing
like
down.
a third party